Nutrition, diet, and wellness. Understanding the basics of nutrition. Good nutrition is the foundation of good health. Everyone needs the 4 basic nutrients: water, carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, as well as vitamins, minerals, and other micronutrients. To be able to choose the proper foods, and to better understand why those foods should be supported with supplements, you need to have a clear idea of the components of a healthy diet. It is now a requirement in the United States that all packaged foods have a nutrition label that tells the consumer what is actually inside the package. The serving size is listed at the top of the label. All of the daily value percentages are based on this amount. It's good to keep in mind that the serving size listed on the label may not correspond with what many people consider a serving or portion of the product. There are 250 calories in this product and 110 calories come from fat. This is not a good sign. Note the total fat, cholesterol, and sodium information. The amount of total fat is shown, as are the amounts of saturated fat and trans fat. The 4 basic nutrients: water, carbohydrates, proteins, and fats are the basic building blocks of a good diet. By choosing the healthiest forms of each of these nutrients and eating them in the proper balance, you enable your body to function at its optimal level. Water. The human body is 2/3 water. Water is an essential nutrient that is involved in every function of the body. It helps transport nutrients and waste products in and out of cells. It is necessary for all digestive, absorptive, circulatory, and excretory functions, as well as for the utilization of the water-soluble vitamins. It is also needed for the maintenance of proper body temperature. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates supply the body with the energy it needs to function. They are found almost exclusively in plant foods, such as fruits, vegetables, peas, and beans. Milk and milk products are the only foods derived from animals that contain carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are divided into 2 groups: simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates. Simple carbohydrates, sometimes called simple sugars, include fructose, sucrose, and lactose, as well as several other sugars. Carbohydrates are the main source of blood glucose, which is a major fuel for all of the body's cells and the only source of energy for the brain and red blood cells. Due to complex chemical reactions in the brain, eating carbohydrates has a mild tranquilizing effect, and can be beneficial for people who suffer from seasonal affective disorder or depression. When choosing carbohydrate-rich foods for your diet, choose unrefined foods such as fruits, vegetables, peas, beans, and whole grain products, instead of refined, processed foods such as soft drinks, desserts, candies, and sugar. Although most fiber is not digested, it delivers several important health benefits. First, fiber retains water, resulting in softer and bulky stools that prevent constipation and hemorrhoids. A high-fiber diet also reduces the risk of colon cancer, perhaps by speeding the rate at which stool passes through the intestine and by keeping the digestive tract clean. Protein. Protein is essential for growth and development. It provides the body with energy, and is needed for the manufacture of hormones, antibodies, enzymes, and tissues. It also helps maintain the proper acid-alkali balance in the body. When protein is consumed, the body breaks it down into amino acids, the building blocks of all proteins. Some of the amino acids are designated non-essential. Because of the importance of consuming proteins that provide all of the necessary amino acids, dietary proteins are considered to belong to two different groups, depending on the amino acids they provide. Complete proteins, which constitute the first group, contain ample amounts of all of the essential amino acids. These proteins are found in meat, fish, poultry, cheese, eggs, and milk. Incomplete proteins, which constitute the second group, contain only some of the essential amino acids. These proteins are found in a variety of foods, including grains, legumes, and leafy green vegetables. Most Americans eat too much protein, largely as the result of a diet high in meat and dairy products. However, if you have reduced the amount of meat and dairy foods in your diet, you should make sure to get about 50 grams of protein a day. To make sure that you are getting a great enough variety of amino acids in your diet, add protein-rich foods to meals and snacks as often as possible. All soybean products, such as tofu and soy milk, are complete proteins. These foods have high levels of fiber, and soy has been found to be the healthiest source of protein, more so than any other food. Soybean protein makes up 35 to 38% of its total calories, offers all 8 essential amino acids, and is high in vitamin B6. Yogurt is the only animal-derived complete protein source recommended for frequent use in the diet. Made from milk that is curdled by bacteria, yogurt contains Lactobacillus acidophilus and other friendly bacteria needed for the digestion of foods and the prevention of many disorders, including candidiasis. Yogurt also contains vitamins A and D, and many of the B-complex vitamins. Do not buy the sweetened flavored yogurts that are sold in supermarkets. These products contain added sugar and, often, preservatives. Yogurt makers are relatively inexpensive and easy to use and are available at most health food stores. Polyunsaturated fatty acids are found in greatest abundance in corn, soybean, safflower, and sunflower oils. Certain fish oils are also high in polyunsaturated. Unlike the saturated fats, polyunsaturated may actually lower the total blood cholesterol level. In doing so, however, large amounts of polyunsaturated also have a tendency to reduce levels of high-density lipoproteins or good cholesterol. Monounsaturated fatty acids are found mostly in vegetable and nut oils such as olive, peanut, and canola. These fats appear to reduce blood levels of LDL without affecting HDL in any way. However, this positive impact upon LDL cholesterol is relatively modest. The NCEP guidelines recommend that intake of monounsaturated fats be kept between 10 and 15% of total caloric intake. One other element, trans fatty acids, may play a role in blood cholesterol levels. Also called trans fats, these substances occur when polyunsaturated oils are altered through hydrogenation, a process used to harden liquid vegetable oils into solid foods like margarine and shortening. The micronutrients, vitamins and minerals, like water, carbohydrates, protein, and fats, and the enzymes required to digest them, vitamins and minerals are essential to life. They are therefore considered nutrients, and are often referred to as micronutrients simply because they are needed in relatively small amounts compared with the 4 basic nutrients. Because vitamins and minerals are so necessary for health, the Food and Drug Administration has long formulated recommended consumption levels for key nutrients called recommended daily allowances.